Okay, so this is my folder. Here I'm going to create a project. So how to create a project? What is the command? Ng new and then project name. Please don't give any spaces. Once you come done that command, right, automatically it will create a one folder with that project name. Open that folder. Here you can able to see the number of things that will create as a, we'll discuss these things in a folder structure Monday. Okay, next. So as a developer, you are going to work in SRC folder. SRC is nothing but source folder. Inside of the source folder, you are having one index.html. Okay, in yesterday's session, we have seen about how to add a bootstrap. Nothing but how to add a third-party libraries. Okay, so how to open Visual Studio with that path? Open simple Visual Studio. So as a developer, on which folder you need to open? While working with Angular or React, anything can be same. SRC folder, how to open, right? Here you have the folder path. Copy this one. Open simply Visual Studio Code. Click on File. Open folder. Enter here folder. Select folder. That's it. Your folder is selected. Your application is selected. Okay. So this is the application simply we have seen yesterday. So let us compile. What is the syntax to compile?
NG sir, NG sir.
NGServe or npm start.
Correct. ng server npm start. Is that my voice is clear for everyone, right? And my
Yes,
voice and the video also syncing, right? The screen sharing.
Yes.
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 Okay, okay. Anybody, anytime we face the problem, inform me. Text me. Actually, few voices are breaking. That's why. Next. What is the difference between ng server and npm start?
Both are same.
Both are same.
Okay. I want exact answer. Next step. Both are same.
Yeah. When we press npm start, it calls NGServe.
Correct, Naresh. So whenever if you press the npm start, right, ngs are automatic. This is one of the interview questions people will ask. What is the difference between npm start and ng server? Okay. So let us compare with npm start. Once you press enter, automatically it will generate the compilation files for you. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, see here npm start is calling the ng server. So meantime, we'll see yesterday's session. Index.html, we're going to include the third-party references. Okay, so this is the place. This is the only the place we're going to add the references. No, there is one more place also. Tomorrow session, I will show that one. Okay, tomorrow session, I will showcase you how to add these third-party references links. So other than index.html page. Okay. So third party in the sense, for example, Bootstrap. Bootstrap here is my third party. So everybody having the notes, right? Please take the notes. How to include the third party references. Include third party references. We can do this one in the two phases. Two ways. First way, index.html. In index HTML page will add the references. In index.html page will add the references. Okay, in my mission, exactly it will take the 2 minutes. Once 2 minutes completed, it will run. So what happened in this process, right? It will check for all your TypeScript files. Here you have the TypeScript files and HTML, CSS files, whatever the files are there. This system will check all these files with the help of node modules. Here you are having the node modules, right? With the help of these node modules, all your TypeScript files, all your CSS files, all your CSS and HTML, all your files. See here, all these HTML, CSS, CSS spec, all these files, module files will be converted to the JavaScript files. Okay, so it was doing the bundle. So bundle is nothing but a, you have the 20 components. This is app is one component, but in a real time we are having the seen the 20 to 30 components. But all these 20 to 30 components will be converted to the 4 files only. Okay, so for that one it is generating that one. How many components are there? It will bundle all the things and it will going to generate simple 4 files. Somebody join with the NONE, may know the name, please. Name itself none or so what is the command to compile the solution? Command to compile the solution. First command is ng build. It will, this is the development mode compilation. Next, ng build hyphen prod. So once your development is completed, right? This is the hyphen prod. Once your development is completed, right? Then as a developer, you need to push into the server. At the time, we need to run the ng build prod. Is that my voice is breaking for everyone?
No, sir.
Production mode. This is for the production mode. Next, ng build, simply development mode. This is small n, always small n now. Ng build. Next, ng serve. So it will perform development mode compilation and it will run the server. It will perform development mode compilation and run the application. Run the application. Which application? Your Angular application. Next, npm start. Npm start. So all these commands we are going to use. No need to worry as of now. Focus on ng server and npm start. So what will happen? Npm start. It will call the ng serve. It will call internally ng server. But npm start is for same for React also. But a React it does not have server. Only Angular having the server. Npm start. So this npm start is the command. All your TypeScripts or the JSX different files, even though in Angular or a React, it will compile the code. Still it is going on. Okay, taking these notes, please take this one. Command to compile the solution. Done, right?
Yes.
Okay, next one. So what is our target to complete? We are having to learn web applications, correct? Next, take a definition. What is a web application? A web application is a software a web application is a software web application is a software that will run on a web browser. So web application always will be run on a web browser which is developed by using client technologies. So what is a web application? A web application is software that will run on a web browser which is developed by using a web technologies. So what are these web technologies? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So plus we are going to learn TypeScript, Angular. So what is the TypeScript? TypeScript is a simple sugar coated on the top of the JavaScript. Okay. Okay. See, if I say web applications in a real time, we're going to develop two types of web applications. Okay. Types, take it as a types. How many types are there? First one is static web applications. First one is static web applications. Application which is developed by using HTML and CSS is nothing but your static web application. Applications which are developed by using HTML and CSS is nothing but your static web applications. Still you have the static web applications. For example, if you want a book train where you are going to book IRCTC usually will use. But there is some websites, they simply display the where the train starts, what are the availability trains. But for the booking wise, you need to see there. But they simply create one static web applications in the Google pages. That's it. Just to give the information. So what is the purpose of the static web applications? Just to provide the information. Provide the information to user. That's it. That is the use of simple static web applications. Next one is dynamic or user interactable web applications. First one is the static, second one is the dynamic or user interactable applications. So let me terminate this one now and start the command prompt again. If you're feeling your system is slow, right, remove these temp files. Shift to delete. Done. So where is my one? So here, wherever my package.json, there only I can able to run my solution. CMD ng serve. Let me use this one. Okay. We'll take the notes. So what is a dynamic or user interactable web applications? So applications which are designed by using static in the sense HTML and CSS plus JavaScript is nothing but your dynamic web applications, which gives the user interaction, which will provide your user interaction. For example, all applications nowadays are dynamic, but 1992 up to 1995, see JavaScript is came in the 1995, correct, right? We seen in our history. So up to 1995, we're having only static. 1992, 1993, 1994. So 1995 JavaScript is came and this become a dynamic, nothing but a user interactable. User interaction is nothing but a user can able to provide the feedback, user and able to answer some questions. Okay, so that is nothing but a user interactable. Static in the sense user simply able to see, he can't able to perform any action. Oh, ng service too fast. So my compilation, everything is done. Okay. So what is a web application? A simple software. So we have developed a simple software. So it will run on localhost 4200 if it is Angular project. Okay. Yesterday we have seen this one. Created this project. If I click on this one, we're going to see the pop-up. Click on this one, pop-up, and added a action to close the pop-up as well. So that we have seen in yesterday's session as a part of demo. So like this, these type of the rich things with a small syntaxes, very small syntaxes. Okay, we're going to develop. This is the simple example we have seen. Next, the compilation is done. Everybody taking these notes? Done, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Next. Okay, so what are the browser understandable web technologies? Out of these, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, remaining browser cannot understand. Remaining things browser cannot understand. For that one, we are going to install the Node.js. For this one only, we are going to compile. Once you compile it, see here 1, 2, 3, 4 JavaScript files and style relevant 2 files are generated. Okay, how many files you have? We have the 200 components also. Finally, these will be on the top of the browser. Okay, next. So what is a web browser? So in this definition, we have seen the two things. First one is the web browser. Second one is the web technologies. We have seen about client by using the client technology are nothing but web technologies. Okay, so we have seen about these are the web technologies. Next, what is a web browser? Web browser also a simple software. It will run our web applications. A software. It will run web applications. Web. So we're deeply dig into our project. First, before starting our project or explanation of the concept, right? Need the few other concepts. We'll see those concepts. So web browser is nothing but a software. It will run web applications. Okay. Next, we'll start our sessions with HTML. What is the HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, we started with the web application. Web application is nothing but it will run on web browser with the web technologies. These are the web technologies. And web applications are two types. First one is the static, second one is the dynamic. Next, web browser, nothing but a software, it will run your application. Next, we started with the HTML. What is HTML? HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language. So why it is simply called as the markup language means you are going to mark on the top of the data. Simply marking the data on sending. For example, if you want to transfer some luggage from one place to another place, what you need to do? You need to write a postal code. So once this postal code completed, you are going to post. Once from the post office, all these applications are send out means they will mark. For example, they will mark as this is for the Bangalore, this is for the Chennai, we need to transfer, this is for the international. They will simply mark, but they will not dig into the where to go this one. For example, in the Bangalore, somewhere else it has to go, or else in the Telangana it has to go Hyderabad. They will not mark like that. They simply, this is for the state, they will mark and put it in a box. Same like that one, you need to transfer such a data, you need to be mark. So how did this marking will happen? Right click. So here inside of elements, this is nothing but a mark. See here, this is one of my employee data. This is one of my employee data, employee ID, employee name, employee's salary and age. So for this employee data to represent, I need to mark this employee data. Okay, this is TR, TD in a less than greater than symbols are calling as a marking. Less than greater than symbols are calling as a simple marking. Okay, next. So why it is called hypertext? Hypertext. Hypertext is nothing but a, if you're going to click and perform some actions, right? The clicking on a text is nothing but a hypertext. Clicking on a text is nothing but a hypertext. That's why this language is called as a hypertext markup language. Marking the data and sending the information. Okay. So what are the core components of HTML? So what are the core components of HTML? Somebody, whoever is thought I know end-to-end HTML. What are the core components? Please, I will explain end-to-end. If you know, let tell here. What are the core components of HTML? HTML contains only three things. So why we need to learn these core components? Tomorrow you are going with the Angular material, NGRX, NPM, NPX, whatever it is. The basic design was done on a top of your HTML page only. The data should be represented inside of this HTML. We need to know about what are the core components of HTML. Then we'll become a perfect. Perfect will become from the scratch to end if you learn it. So that's why we'll have the 2 to 3 sessions. So we'll know about HTML, CSS. Okay, so like that we'll go step by step. So what are the core components of HTML? First one is the elements. Second one is the tags. Third one is the attributes. That's it. HTML contains only three things: elements, tag, or attributes. Other than this one, HTML nothing. Only three things are there. So this is nothing but our core component of HTML. It contains elements, tag, and attributes. So I am showing some example. This is my header tag. So in this header tag, which is an element, which is a tag, which is an attribute? Can we point? Okay. So here I am representing a sum, right? This end to end is called as your HTML element. The element which represents your tag is nothing but H3 is nothing but a tag. The end to end represent is nothing but an element. For example, this is my one division. End to end is called as an element. This representation is nothing but a element, but the element which is represented by the some text, right? Text or a phrase. Here the phrase is the div for division. The phrase is the table. The phrase is nothing but a tag, and the end-to-end representation is nothing but element. But where is my attribute? So I will show that attribute also. Okay. So what is an element? The representation of end-to-end end-to-end tag with data is your element. The representation of end-to-end tag with data. Here it contains the tag and the data. So end-to-end is nothing but your HTML element. Next, what is a tag? Tag will represent the element. Tag will represent the element. Okay, let us take example. Same example, we'll take it. If you take this one as example, this is nothing but your HTML element. This is nothing but your HTML element. Okay, next this H3 is your tag. This is your tag, but where is the attribute? I will showcase. I think meeting is going to end.